Step into the world of John F. Kennedy Jr., son of a president, pioneer in magazine publishing, and beloved figure in American history. Join us on a journey through his remarkable life, from his early days as John to his tragic end in a plane crash off Martha's Vineyard. Son of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy Jr. ventured into the field of magazine publishing before his death in a plane crash in 1999. Who was John F. Kennedy Jr.? He was the second son of John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. He may be most remembered as a child in his father's funeral procession, bravely saluting his father's coffin. Although he achieved success in the publishing market, Kennedy's life was cut short when the plane he was piloting crashed into Long Island Sound off the coast of Martha's Vineyard in 1999. His wife and sister-in-law also died in the accident. Girly life anin. Born on November 25, 1960, in Washington, D.C., John F. Kennedy Jr. was the first child of an elected president and the second child John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy, later Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. After President Kennedy was assassinated on November 22, 1963, little John captured America's hearts in that much photographed moment when, as a child, he bravely saluted his father's coffin. With looks inherited from his attractive parents, Kennedy, despite his mother's strict protection, was under the media spotlight throughout his life as one of American journalists' favorite subjects. Editor of George magazine. After briefly flirting with an acting career and graduating from Brown University and New York University Law School, Kennedy worked as an assistant district attorney in New York City. He then left the legal profession to venture into journalism and, in 1995, launched the successful and hip political magazine George. While he certainly could have had a future in politics, he never entered the political arena, choosing instead to carve out his own path in the world. However, he left the door open to run for public office later in life. Known for his adventurous nature, he still strove to steer clear of the more reckless antics and self-destructive impulses of some other Kennedy men. A marriage to Carolyn Bessette, voted People's Sexiest Man Alive in 1988, Kennedy was linked to numerous Hollywood celebrities, including Madonna, Julia Roberts, and Sarah Jessica Parker. In September 1996, he married his longtime girlfriend, Carolyn Bessette. The couple shared a loft in the Tribeca neighborhood of New York City, where Kennedy was frequently seen rollerblading and biking through the city streets. Tragic death. On July 16, 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr., along with his wife Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and her sister Lauren Bessette, were flying to Martha's Vineyard in a private single-engine plane piloted by Kennedy, heading to a cousin's wedding in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. When the plane failed to arrive as scheduled, extensive search teams were dispatched to locate the aircraft. Despite continued efforts in the following days, initially without success, luggage and wreckage from the crash were discovered on the coast of Gay Head section of Martha's Vineyard, resulting in the tragic loss of all three passengers. Across the nation, Americans mourned the beloved son of one of the country's most revered families and shared in the sadness of the seemingly haunting tragedies. On July 21st, search teams recovered the bodies of Kennedy, his wife, and her sister. The Kennedy and Bessette families arranged for a sea burial for the three individuals. A private mass for Kennedy and his wife took place at the Church of St. Thomas More in Manhattan's Upper East Side, a place his mother cherished, with attendees including President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. Kennedy is survived by his uncle, Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy, his sister Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg, and several cousins. Despite facing challenges with advertising support, although circulation was growing, Kennedy's George magazine ceased publication in early 2001. A&E Biography Special, on July 16, 2019, marked the 20th anniversary of the death of John F. Kennedy Jr. The date was remembered with a 2-hour special documentary, aired on the A&E channel, which reframed the last year of his life in a completely new way. Inspired by Stephen M. Gillan's book, America's Reluctant Prince, The Life of John F. Kennedy Jr., This captivating special was the most substantial documentary to date and included compelling new evidence about his political aspirations before his untimely death. This moving documentary shed an unexpectedly poignant light on 1999, Kennedy's last year, as he dealt with the fatal illness of his close friend and cousin, Anthony Radziwiłł, struggled to save his marriage, and attempted to rescue his political magazine, George. Under the guidance of historian and longtime friend Stephen M. Gillon, along with never-before-seen footage and the recollections of Carolyn Radziwiłł, Anthony Radziwiłł's widow, who spoke in depth for the first time, a new narrative emerged. As the story unfolded, viewers were given a behind-the-scenes look at memorable moments in Kennedy's life, including his speech at the 1988 DNC convention, with never-before-broadcast footage of Kennedy rehearsing for the event, as well as exclusive stories and photos from his wedding. Reflections on George. The documentary also featured extensive on-camera interviews with former President Bill Clinton, former George editor David Pecker, friend Gary Ginsberg, former assistant and close friend Rosemarie Terencio, as well as childhood friend Sasha Chermaya. Don't miss out on any detail of the fascinating stories we share. Subscribe to our channel now to receive more exclusive content about historical figures and significant events. Join our community and explore the past with us.